Hi guys, good evening. Just give me a few minutes. I'm just setting up. Oh, it's Twitter. I need to post it in Twitter. Hi Sridhar, hi Praveen, hi Vivek, hi Ganesh. I'm doing a public video tonight after we had a massive earning disasters. So I want to make sure that yes, if people can take use of this information, then why not? Again, I have a bad throat, so I'll not be able to speak too much, but I'll try my best. Hi Raghu, hi Mitchell, hi Suni, hi Jess, hi Soma. Good evening. So first and foremost, we had a wonderful trade yesterday from Meta, like 110 put to 100 put went parabolic, like from 50 cents, almost $10. That was a massive move. I'm congratulating all the people who took that. And the day before yesterday was Microsoft. I suggested to go short and it worked out really fine. Today, both Amazon and Apple didn't work out as what I was expecting. So again, I'm just recommending people to take one lot, and I had a one lot loss on both of them. So probably next time we can have a better move on the earnings. But all in all, I had more gains than I lost. So a good green day. And tomorrow we have a very important macroeconomic number, which is PCE. I'll open that PCE and I'll show you what it is. So tomorrow, let me refresh this calendar one more time. This is 27, 28. This number, PCE, month on month and year on year. And this one, core PCE. This is really important. Now, what is PCE and how it is going to impact? I'm going to spend 2 minutes on it and then I'll go into the analysis. So PCE is the price which measures the change of the prices of goods and services purchased by the customers for consumption, excluding food and energy. For example, you went to a AutoZone, right? And you're trying for a spare part. Now, last month that spare was costing you $9.99. This month that spare was cost $10.99. So that's an increase. So this measures the price increase which consumers take for consumption, not for manufacturing, for consumption, for their personal consumption. They could buy any services, like they go to a hair salon and get a haircut. That's a service. If there is an increase in the price of the haircut, that will get accumulated into the price index. So across 48,000 stores, they track all these prices between the last retail price which it was sold and the new retail price for services and goods, excluding food and energy. So this is a factor which is indirectly uh, coming out of energy, like for example, gas prices or crude prices, which directly are not included here, but their impact. Like for example, if somebody is requesting a transportation, that cost will increase and it will be covered here. It's not an energy price, but it is an impact of the higher energy. If you go to the restaurant, the tip, the prices of the like meals or something will increase. If that increases month on month, it will cover into this. So what is the expectation? Expectation is it's going to be 0.5% increase. Previously, if you look at this calendar from last 1 year, or let's go back. Expectation was 0.6, it came 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, 0.6, 0.4. From October of 2021, like last 12, this was higher, same, same, higher, same, lower, higher, lower, higher. So if you compare of October last year, it's simply it is September of last year. So October 29, it was same. This time, because there's so much of increase in all the like inflation has caused so much increase in all the services, all the labor costs and everything. I think we may match or beat the forecast, and this will set up the expectation for the CPI. Again, there are two factors which needs to be managed here. I'm just going to use Paint for now to just give you an idea. Where's my annotation? Now, PCE expectation is 0.5%. Now, PC is a clear indication of CPI. If consumers are purchasing things at a higher price, it is increasing the inflation. If consumer price is going lower, then CPI is going lower. All right, so it is straight directly proportional to CPI. Now, if 0.5 is there and it comes equals to 0.5, then we'll have a chop or possibly chop and going high, because overall sentiment of the Dow stocks is really, really high, and they're holding the market really well at this time when the tech is getting decimated. If this comes out to be higher, which means inflation has not peaked as Fed is saying, and there's some more to the inflation than the current numbers. So CPI will be higher. If CPI will be higher, Fed, which has said it is going with 75 basis points in November and lower basis points in December onwards, they will have to go with 50 basis points. Right now, this is unknown. They said lower, but if lower could be 25, lower could be 10 basis points. But if this is 0.6 or in fact 0.7, this may get increased to 50 to 75. So anything above is really, really bad. Anything same or below will be really good for the market. So anything which is like less than this number, like 0.4, 0.3, market will give a thumbs up and market will move higher. And in that case, focus on the stocks which are showing positive momentum, which are showing relative strength. Do not focus on the stocks which have lost momentum and which have really, really bad earnings. They will move, but you will not have that kind of momentum which you can expect in the stocks which are showing some positive strength. All right. So this is PC. It is going to be really important at 8:30 tomorrow. And by that time, we will have a clear direction for the end of the day. Again, if when I go to ES, I'll show you where we are. But if PC is at par or below, I think this breakout which we had from 35.85, 35.90 area will continue. But if it is bad, then we're gonna suffer. Just to be honest, we're gonna suffer really badly. All right, let me just move on to ES and my list. So let me close this paint over here. So let me start with my inside day scan and see if I have any opportunities. I really don't know why it's taking so much of time now. Like, does it also happen for you? If you run any scan, it takes like exponential infinite time. Open high low is high for CMG. So that's fine. But when I'm doing an inside day, now it came out fine. So inside day we have of almost 35 stocks. That's a big number. So we has, and again, I will clean my list today because of some serious decimation. Uh, again, if you look at like one big mistake which I did was Amazon lost 110 area and then tried to reclaim it. I thought it would hold it, but no, it just went down. Uh, I want to include, I'm not including Amazon for now. That's the space I have. Cat is good. Costco is good. IBM is good. I want to include MasterCard or VA. MA. Let me make a note here. Up inside there. We have V, MasterCard, because I now want to focus on stocks which are showing strength in the market. Netflix has it. So I do want to include Netflix for sure. So let me get rid of Microsoft and add Netflix. Then BA Target. Snow is there, Moderna is there. Where some looks at the Chewy, Snap, Twilio, MDBW, no, so I can pick up. Let's pick up Visa, and I'll leave one space if we want to pick something. All right, so let me get started with ES today. And when we'll talk, let me talk about two things first: Apple and Amazon. I just want to make sure because I was in office, I couldn't check these things. But Apple was losing the momentum, and I based my trade on that. That yes, it is losing the momentum, and the negative sentiment is going up, but it didn't move at all. And in case of Amazon, the negative sentiment was high, and Again, I missed it. So my bad. Let me go back to my normal. Let's go to ES first. So ES is right now at a very important place. In the afternoon, it tested the 12 EMA. Once we had those numbers out from Amazon as well as from Apple, it tested the 12 EMA, bounced off it, and closed over the 34 EMA. It is a very good break test, and still we are above 34 and 12 both. So we are pretty much intact. Now, where will change? This will change at 3770 area, which is the 12 EMA. If we lose 3770, it could actually go down. And this was the inverted head and shoulders, which was trying to break out here, came back, and it's holding right here. So if it bounces and can get above this trend line, we can have a clear move. Again, this time the stocks may not be the tech stocks, which are moving it higher. It may be the industrials, it may be the banks. So keep an eye on them. Now, if we lose this area, then we should test 3660, which is the shoulder area right here. Because we are moving in this direction, the shoulders are there, our body is right there. So I would see 3660 if we lose 3770. Chances of happening that is 50-50, but it all depends how that 830 number comes in. I have given my view on 830 that what could be the possible scenarios and how the market can react. So based on it, the bias is totally 50-50. It's not clear that yes, market is going to see an up move or market is going to see a down move. But wherever the move comes, we need to be very clear. Do not jump into the market right at 8:30 into the futures and try to be a hero. It's very choppy, very difficult to trade. Let the market digest the news, see what happens at around 9-ish, look at the volume, how that is distributed, and then make a sense of it for the live market time. All right, so if I go into my levels now, this level is 38, 20-ish areas, this trend line. Now, I really want to go long. Momentum is positive because all the other stocks, I'm not talking about tech. Tech is weak, but rest of the stocks are seriously positive. How? If you go to analyze, market watch and visualize, look at Dow Jones. This is all green. Only these two companies are red. But most of these companies are green. Intel is green in the after hours. If you look at Nasdaq, this is massively red. If you look at Russell, it is green. When you see big red in Russell, that shows that the market broadly is weak. But if you have these green companies across, like these are 2000 companies. So if these companies are showing some green, yeah, we still have some power left on the long side. All right. So when I go to the chart, I really want to go long above 38.15. My stop loss is, excuse me, 3800. My target will be, this is an evening star practically, but evening star feature will come once we are going on the negative side. On the positive side, it just regained, like if this body was totally red until the bottom, I would have called this as an evening star. You will see this in SPY, but not in ES. So here it took the support of the 34 EMA. Support of 34 EMA. Again, this is 50-50. And if you see it, I was negative on triple Q, 70%, 70%. So I'm going to keep that negative sentiment on triple Q and NQ, but ES I'm positive. Where I want to short, I want to short right below this 34 EMA, which is 37.90. Sell below 37.90. Area 3800. First target is 37.70. Second target is 37.35. This is going to be a major support right here. This block, if you see right here, this block is a major support where the buying is there, where people are coming to buy in this range because we had some good consolidation into this area. The 37, 35 is a really important support. If we lose this, then we fail this breakout and we are going down. Because in that case, whatever consolidation happened here, which led to the breakout, we just mitigated that and now we are going on the downside. On the higher side, we should test 38.55, 38.60, 38.60, which is around this area. And then I have 38.90 area. I am positively biased on ES, as I explained, that they're only not only tech stocks, ES has all the stocks. So ES is still showing strength. So I'm a little bit positive on that side. Then I have NQ. NQ was back, it came, tested the long-term trend line. And if it bounces here, again, like it can also become a inverted head and shoulders. If it bounces, right now it's right there. So the moment it loses this area, we have massive downside opening for NQ. Otherwise, we still have 2 weeks, as I showed you a few days back, that October last 2 weeks and November first weeks is really positive. And next week we have the Fed decision. So if tomorrow's PC is lighter, Fed will give us that, yes, 75 is in November done, but forthcoming rate hike will be much lesser. So it's going to be very clean move, one directional move, because all the big companies are done. So there's no negativity which can come from any unexpected numbers. All the big companies have given who hold those index moves. So we should have clean trends from here until the first week of November. And it could be on either side, depending on the area. So now, same theory, 11,068 is, or if you have to really go long, keep the stop loss 11,068. 11,068. Right now it is above, on you want to go higher, it's 261. 11,260. So it's a 200-point stop loss, which is really bad, but it is what it is. There's no support in between. Either do not trade or let it trade above 260, which is 100 points from here, and then trade. Target area will be 485. 11,485, which is the 34 EMA, and 11,653. 650. I'm getting 40% of it, and test of long-term trend line. intact in evening star continuation possibility. And guys, if you're not able to hear me properly, let me know. I'll come close to the mic. My throat is not clean today. I'm struggling with it. So evening star is there. Same here, we have lower lows and we made the evening star. Now, if we lose this 10,009, like the low, which was, come on, the low today is 10,920. Short, sell below 10,925. Stop loss. 10,700. And then 10,500. So NQ is short in neutral, and these are the levels. Now, again, I would not recommend you to trade on tech stocks. It's better to trade on stocks which are showing strength. For example, Netflix was showing strength, Shopify was showing strength. So try to jump on them as compared to any other ticker. Triple Q. Uh, Same thing. Triple Q has lost that 274.50 area. So I will only go long above 274. Which is the 12 EMA, which is the Fibonacci. Exactly same is the NQ. I'm looking at the 12 EMA on NQ to enter. If I go above 12 EMA, only then I'm gonna enter on it. Otherwise not. Again, there is a evening star possibility here. This is an evening star. We moved from here to here. We had an evening star, but not a cleaner one. So let's see if we have a bounce there or not. Stop loss will be 273. Target will be 280, which is a 34 EMA. 284, which is like this one. If it remains intact, we might have inverted head and shoulders possibility. Why I'm saying so? This is our neckline. This is one shoulder, went up, came down. Second shoulder, went up, came down, and possible bounce. So possibility is there, shoulder one, head, shoulder. Because now, why I'm saying so? Because now there's no negative news which is there from these companies. Everything which was negative is already out. Now, if PCB, not PCB, if PCE comes out to be lower, then all these companies have a reason to go higher. So keep an eye. And on the short side, this is an evening star. So the levels are below 272. The level is 268, 262. Sell below 272, 273, 268, and 262 in 4060. All right, now that's on indexes. Yes, Mr. Patel, too much cricket PCB. I'm watching Ramiz Raja all the time. Now, Apple in my terms did not give the good numbers. So for me, the main number is 145.63. If we lose it, we're going down, and it's a If you remember, I have given my understanding on the long-term head and shoulders on Apple. It is building. It almost came here and then bounced. I still believe we're going to hit this and then drag down. It may happen after the PCE. It may happen after Fed, but it should happen. Because why? All these companies struggled with guidance. And Apple clearly say that they're expecting to decelerate their revenue and their profit margins. And it did not went down. So let's keep an eye, because it's clear. Like if you can see, this is clear pattern which is set up, and it bounced right back from 137 in the after hours, if you remember. So this is an important area. Again, I am neutral to short. So let's go short. Short below 145.63, which is the Fibonacci. And then we have the 12 EMA at 146. So very small stop loss, full confidence on the short side. If it works out, first target area is 140, 150. 140, 150. And if you try to compare it, like 2 days back when it was 152, I gave very clearly that 152, 153 should be a good area to sell. It came in that region, and since then it has lost $8. So not a bad trade at all. 137.50. If you have to buy above 12 EMA, 146. And target should be 148, which is the 12 EMA, or 34 EMA. 148, 150.71. Long term, this stands true, and this is my trade. Long term head and shoulders. Now I'll go back to the sketch and see. I can include snow. Do we have snow? Yes, we have snow. We have Nvidia. Let me add a bank, Goldman Sachs. So Goldman Sachs, if you see from here, it's very evident it's making a W. It's going for a W. Right now, I need to make some levels on this one. So let me just remove this drawing and make new levels. Again, the very first thing which I will do is I will go to regression channel, look at my screen. The trend is from left to right on the downside. So it's right there. And I'm going to make an extension. I'm going to start from here, which is my support. Went right up to this point, came back to this point, and see where we are. And let me just fix these numbers. So the low is 278.32. Let me edit Fibonacci. 278.32. 278.32. The high is 358.62. 358.62. And the low is 287.75. Okay. Now extension to the right. First thing, the trend is positive because it's above this area. 12-hour 34. So first check is there, it's positive. Second check, it has crossed 38.2 Fibonacci and went straight to 61 if it finds support at 61, we should see 350 and above. It got resisted today, so I will take a chance with a small gap right here. The gap is 333 and 334. So 333 AMD I will do later. Goldman Sachs, I am positive. Buy about 337, 38, which is the 61 Fibonacci. Stop loss is 333, where it fills the gap. Let it fill the gap and come back above 337.50. The resistance area is 342 and 350. 342, 350, and it's 60%. Then yeah, BA like had some massive news, and it went up. It has a big inside day. The good part, it like if I do it on the weekly basis, we still made a higher high, and we are trying to close above on the weekly as the 12 EMA. And if you look here on the weekly, we are making a W. We almost went there, but we are making a W. So good potential in BA, but it is so much news driven that it's really hard. But it bounced right from the 50% Fibonacci, the 12 EMA, and then tested right the 61 Fibonacci. If this clears, it will open up new gateways for BA to go higher. So 138 is a good area. BA is positive. Buy above 138, and 138 is stop loss. So 140 area, 140. Stop loss is 138. Target area is, I would say, buy above 139.50, which is 34 EMA. 138. Target area is 143.20, and then 147. That is BA. Now let me go to AMD. AMD has a evening star, but what should I do? It's already at the bottom. I don't know whether it can go down further or not, but it's failing this 12 EMA. So 12 EMA is the main gateway for it to move higher. So if I have to buy, I'm reducing it to neutral now. I will only buy above 15 and 60. And if it retraces or recaptures this 12 EMA and holds it 60, and there is no gap right now, so 62.5. Yeah. So it's neutral. AMD is neutral. Cat did really well. Create a massive gap. Again, it was a W in the making, and it broke out. Wonderful. You can see W in the making, and then we had a breakout, massive breakout from 199 to 215. It usually does that. And if you remember, I have always told Thursday is cat's day. If it has to run, it will run on Thursday. Usually cat posts its results on Wednesday, and only in some cases it do on Thursdays, but cat usually runs on Thursdays. I have observed it over many years, and it is one of my favorite stocks. So if I have to go long, I will go long at 212 area. That is positive. Buy above 212. And stop loss will be, this was the gap, it attacked the gap. So I think 29975 should provide a good stop loss. Target is 215 and 219. I remember 215 and 219. Yes, 215, 219. See, I mentioned positive on cash, inverted head and shoulders, W, high, 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 low, and it came out really nice. CRM. CRM is struggling, but its long-term thing is changing. Its 12 EMA has regained above the 34 EMA. Now, I really don't know what's going to happen with its in the morning because the tech is weak. But if I have to take a chance, I will keep 159 as my stop loss or as my entry point, reducing it to neutral by above 159.345. Stop loss is 156, which is the 12 EMA. Targets is 163, 167. Sell below 156. But CRM has consolidated well in this area, so I doubt it should go down. It's holding that 90 area, but after Amazon earning, I think it will be really impacted. Like it closed at 100 right on this area, but now it's going to go back here to 95, 96. So last few times it came here at 94. So if ITSI has to be taken, 93 should be a good area for stop loss. By near 94, 96 area. Target is 99 and 103. Costco. Costco is making an evening start, and there is a gap which needs to be filled. So I would like to short Costco on evening star. I want to sell it below 491, or I would love to sell it below 493. Target 481. No, 488, 484, 496. IBM did 135. 135, it's struggling right at that area. Long-term trend is good. If you want to sell IBM at the resistance. Sell below 135. It closed at 135 and below, so 136 is the stop loss. Target is 131 and 128.70. 131.50, 128.70. It comes at 128, I will be a buyer. Netflix, I'm positive. I'm positive. So let's go to Netflix. So Netflix is working and it's like struggling right there at 302 in area. So it is an important area, 161 Fibonacci, and the target area is 332. So if market has to bounce, Netflix could be a very big gainer in that. And is I think 295, which closed right there. If it goes above 302, I'll be a buyer on Netflix. Stop loss is 292. That's a big stop loss. But if it breaks above this area, I do not have any resistance until 332. So it's a choice if you want to trade Netflix or not. Visa couldn't make newer highs today, has an inside day. Inside day like BA. BA also had an inside day. So if it crosses 206.50, then go long. Stop loss is 2,350. 209.25. And then 217. On V. Nvidia like is trying to hold about 1234 EMA. So stop loss is pretty clean here, which is 129, 130, 129.50. And where we should buy about 133.50. Target 137. It almost hit this morning. It did 138, in fact, 140, 150. Sell below 129. Oxy, I'm eliminating. It has done its job. 73 it did. But let me just check. Weekly bull flag. Oxy. So it did 74 today. The target was achieved. Again, there is a gap between the candle and the EMA. It might come down, so I'm eliminating it. Snow. Snow is holding. And it like after hours, it went down to 162 area. 162 area is really, really good area for snow. So I would neutral it now because it came to my buying area. I would buy near 162, 164, stop loss of 159, which is right there, 159, and target is 171. and then 178. Tesla. Tesla is again news driven, but it's holding above the 12 EMA. So 12 EMA is your stop loss, which is 222. So 222 is the stop loss. After hours, it's showing down, but it's all right. Buy about 227. See, if market moves higher, Netflix, Nvidia, and Tesla, these things will run. Target is 233 and 242. Now I can include Shopify here. Shopify is positive. If you can get it. Like yesterday it's 31 and today is, so there's no gap practically here. 3 cents gap is there, which is no gap. So it is a breakout of inverted head and shoulders, you can see here. And then it went up, parabolic. So it is at the resistance zone. Now I would like to see if I can add it right here, which is 33-ish. $32 is my stop loss. And levels wise, I need to draw. Let's draw this line. So from here, now this time I'm not using extension, I'm using retracements. So 33 is here, 36 is my target. If I cross 36, then 39.40. All right, guys. If you have any questions, I have 5 minutes. I'm going to share the link. Here it is. If you want, you can join the call. Any question you have, you can ask. I'll only gonna spend 5-10 minutes. So if you want to join, you are most welcome to join. Or if anybody has any questions, you can let me know on the chat. All right. If nobody has any questions or nobody has any thing to discuss, all right. Have a good night, and I'll see you over the weekend. Bye-bye. Good night.